Our team is focused in 3 categories. We have development, we have acquisitions, and we have asset management.
And we kind of all, I would say, work all collaboratively between the 3 departments.
Having investments, development, and this under the same roof is always good to have those meetings and just meetings of the mind, I guess, to go over things and, brainstorm goes a long way. And just making sure we're not just leaving the project where it is, like we're actually moving it and taking care of the next steps.
Our 3 different divisions need to work together to be successful. Help our customer be successful and grow and operate, a high quality logistic portfolio.
Everybody in these markets we work in knows Bob. If you work with Bob Andrews, people will know kind of who you are generally, so he rubs off a little bit on us.
Bob specifically really trusts us to do what we know how to do. He trusts us to go do our business, come back, let him know what's going on.
We're hoping to develop a team of professionals and grow within our culture, people that can find opportunities and create more opportunities within the company that can also make us a stronger company.